Well, hello, everyone. This is Amber County, and your Terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger calling you from the greater Kansas City area, where we had Blizzard Bruce come through here and last week, and I do apologize for not having a new recording last Tuesday. Our kids had 2 days off of school with the snow, and my oldest bonus son was being sworn into the Air Force Tuesday morning, and it totally slipped my mind, and by the time I actually remembered, it was too late, and so I do apologize, but clearly you needed to hear crystals again. So today I want to talk about some lessons I gained watching a Mary Kay mom grow up while I was a kid, watching a Mary Kay mom. And I think sometimes, you hear our idea of life today, but what we gained so much, we're all daughters of national sales directors. We grew up in a Mary Kay home. And one of the things that I gained and a lesson that I learned from my mom, I will never, ever forget this. And I know I've talked about it, but I feel like during this season it bears repeating, is she taught me without teaching me how to say no. I remember it was an evening. There was a call that came in the kitchen, and I could hear that, she's like, yes, I can help you out. And, it was like, go ahead. No, okay, I can take care. I can bring something for class, da-da-da. So she's going on, and then she pauses, and she goes, no, I will not do finger jello, but I can bring Dixie cups. I understand you can't be there. So she's going on, and what it was a mom that had said that she'd bring finger jello to my class the next day for a treat, whatever it was. We didn't know it was coming. And she, for some reason, couldn't do it. Well, I remember my mom specifically to say, I have an event tonight, so I will not have time to make finger jello, but I can bring Dixie cups. And so finally the gal settled down and decided Dixie cups would be just fine. The kids in second grade would be just fine. But I remember her not taking somebody's emergency and making it her own. And she stepped in. She brought Dixie cups, but she didn't stay up all night making finger jello. How many of us might have stayed up all night making finger jello to not disappoint a second grade class that would be just fine with ice cream Dixie cups? And I also remember when she chose to step out of being in the Chamber of Commerce. They had asked her to be in charge of the big gala and all this stuff, and my mom had taught me never to say yes to flattery. And this is something I learned is that flattery feels good. And they came at her and they're like, Cindy, you'd be so great at organizing the gala. You're so creative. You're so da-da-da. And that is one of her strengths. And she's like, well, thank you for, these compliments, but let me go back to my office and think about it, and I'll get back to you. And so she taught me to remove myself from flattery and make a decision based on my priorities. And so she removed herself from the situation and came home and decided it was time to no longer be involved in the Chamber of Commerce. And the reason why wasn't because it wasn't a great organization. It wasn't that, helping the community wasn't great. It didn't align with her priorities right then. And for me and my home, I look at, okay, does this involve my faith? On Sunday, I hear my heart. Right now, if I'm going to serve, it will be on Sunday because I have 4 kids that are very busy. And so I know that if I'm going to serve, it'll be on Sunday, not an extra day of the week because I don't have that right now. So I'm going to serve God on a Sunday and give my time on a Sunday. And if it doesn't have to do with my family priorities in what our goals are right now, or if it doesn't have to do with building my business, then it's a no for me right now. I've been asked to be on many volleyball teams. I've been asked to be head of the current PTA of the junior high. I'm like, no. And that one was really easy to say no to, by the way. That's not my calling. When you're clear on what your faith goal is, your family goal, and your business goal, then it makes it really easy. And that brings a lot of clarity to things you should say yes to and things you should say no to, because your kids will only be the age that they are for as long as they are. You know, it's not going to be long, and you're going to have one swearing into the Air Force at 19 years old. And your business will only be in this position for a small amount of time. But if you keep dragging out, giving it your all, giving everything to it, you will be in the same position next year approaching 2020. You'll be in the same position the following year approaching 2021. You'll be in the same position the following year approaching 2022. And ladies, this is the perfect time to choose momentum, to choose to build, to choose to push to and through 2018 so you can launch into January of 2019 with momentum, with fury, with confidence, with excitement and passion, because you can make 2019 be your best year ever while you finish out 2018 in the bestest number you've ever had. I want to share with you a nugget out of an enemy called average, and there's little nuggets and short stories, and this one is nugget 9, and it's don't ask time where it's gone, tell it where it should go. All great achievers, all successful people are those who have been able to gain control over their time. It has been said that all human beings have been created equal in one respect. Each person has been given 24 hours each day. We need to choose to give our best time to our most challenging situations. It's not how much we do that matters. It's how much we get done. Oh, that's so good. It's not how much we do that matters. It's how much we get done. We should choose to watch our time, not our watch. One of the best time savers is the ability to say no. Not saying no when you should is one of the biggest wastes of time you will ever experience. Don't spend $1 worth of time for 10 cents worth of results. Make sure to take care of the vulnerable times in your days. These vulnerable times are the first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. I have heard of a pastor say that what a person is like at midnight when he is all done reveals the person's true self. Never allow yourself to say, I could be doing big things if I weren't so busy with all these small things. Take control of your time. The greater control you exercise over your time, the greater freedom you will experience. The psalmist prayed, so teach us to number our days, that we may be able to apply our hearts unto wisdom. Psalms 90, verse 12. The Bible teaches us that, that the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. John 10:10. And the verse applies to time as well as people. The enemy desires to provide God's children with ideas of how to kill, steal, and destroy valuable time. People are always saying, I'd give anything to be able to, ... There is a basic leadership principle that says 6 times 1 equals 6. If you want to write a book, learn to play a musical instrument, or become a great tennis player, or anything else in business of sorts, then you should devote 1 hour a day, 6 days a week to the project. Sooner than you think, what you desire will become a reality. There are not many things that a person cannot accomplish in 312 hours a year. Just commit of 1 hour a day, 6 days a week is all it takes. We all have the same amount of time each day. The difference between people is determined by what we do with that amount of time at our disposal. Don't be like the airline pilot flying over the Pacific Ocean who reported to his passengers, "We're lost, but we're making great time." Remember, the future arrives an hour at a time. Gain control of your time, and you will gain control of your life. So today, ladies, where are you at in your 63-day commitment? Did you decide to do the 10 calls a day, booking calls a day, followed by a text message? Well, I personally am still working on that challenge. Have I been exactly perfect? Not exactly, but I've been better than I've been 63 days ago. And what it's done in my business and my career, it's been the compounding effect of 15 minutes a day, making 10 booking calls followed by a text, has been 20 and 30 appointments on the books at a time. Ladies, it's a simple thing. It's this little nugget said, what if you gave an hour? What if you gave an hour to proactively building your business every day? Proactively building. So you did your booking calls, and maybe you did some reach outs to customers or reach outs to career shares. What if you made 10 calls a day for your booking calls, 10 reorder calls a day, and 10 booking calls for potential team members a day? That's still, well, let's say, it could be about 45 minutes of work-ish right there. What if you chose to do that for 63 days? What could happen in your Mary Kay business? Have you decided that your time is the most valuable thing? But you have to decide to do those things that are so easy to do in this business and they're so easy not to do so that you can become successful. So, either way, hopefully this challenged you. What my goal was today is that you evaluate, am I spending time this holiday season where I want to? Let's set our phones down and be present in the moment with the people we're supposed to be with, not multitask away our kids, not multitask our lives away. But let's be intentional with our time. But we have to choose our priorities first before we can be intentional with that time. So either way, hopefully this was a blessing for you today. This is Amber Geehan, your terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger. Sign off. Have an amazing Tuesday.